The earliest followers of Jesus were not Christians at all. In fact, they wouldn't have known the word. It doesn't exist for them. What was their religion? And this is the question I ask. What did they actually practice?
What occurred at the Council of Nicaea?
I'll tell you what didn't occur before we talk about what did.
Did early Christians believe Jesus was the Son of God?
What does Son of God mean? David is called God's son, or the Son of God, in Psalm number 2. Israel itself is called God's son, like in Hosea, the prophet Hosea in the Old Testament. Interestingly, in Luke's Gospel in the New Testament, there's a genealogy of Jesus. And for Luke, it goes all the way back to Adam. And what does Luke call Adam? He calls him the Son of God.
Who is Paul and how is he connected to Jesus?
Paul never met Jesus. It's not like they hung out together, not they knew each other. They never met. Literally never. And everyone knows this, that they never met. Now, Paul was writing in the 50s AD. The Gospels hadn't been written. The New Testament didn't exist. This was canonized centuries later. Christianity is a different religion now.
Who authored the Bible?
Who authored the Bible? Well, it depends who you ask, and there are different answers to that question. So I'll just go through some of the answers and then perhaps what I think. So the very popular Christian answer was God authored it. He wrote it, obviously. It's inspired by God, it's God's word, so it has an author. The author is God. But that is the Christian answer, usually. I think it's a bit more complicated than that. The Bible is clearly a library of books, by which I mean it's not a book of a single author. It has many authors. So we have 4 Gospels, which are anonymous. I know they're called Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, but the Gospels themselves don't say that if you actually read them. We have history books. We have poetry. We have apocalyptic literature, like the Book of Revelation or the Book of Daniel. We have letters written by people like Paul, for example. We have books of law, like Leviticus or Deuteronomy, Numbers. We have a book of Proverbs, wise sayings, allegedly by Solomon, and so on, and books of prophets, the prophet Jeremiah, the prophet Isaiah, Hosea, Micah, etc., purportedly written by these prophets themselves. So it's a very diverse range of literature. And clearly there are different voices, there are different personalities, there are different historical. So the Psalms of David are meant to have been written by David. Mm-hmm. They actually say, many of the Psalms says at the top, it says, a Psalm of David. So it's authored by David, not by God, obviously. But there are prophets who say, well, the word of the Lord came to Isaiah, and this is what God said, or Jeremiah, or wherever. And you get these long passages where God is speaking, just like the Quran, actually. It's the same mode of revelation. Whether or not they've been corrupted or not is a subject we'll have to come to, because there are points about that. So that's the first point. The Bible is not homogeneous.